Thank you. City leaders have a potential deal in place to sell Hotel Topeka. We detailed it for you last night. City Manager Robert Perez is here now to update the situation. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
You said you wanted to sell the hotel by the end of the year.
Yes.
Is this going to meet that goal?
God willing, yeah, it should. Again, since the beginning of the year, we've talked about this being one of our strategic goals. It's definitely been a guiding principle of City Council to get it out and get it sold. And so I think we're in a pretty good spot now.
I always have questions, you know that. So I'm reading the document, reading the letter of intent today. I guess the first one is, does this cost tax dollars? You have said no, but when you look at transient guest tax and when you look at a community improvement district, it's utilizing tax revenue that's generated by that. And so the tax revenue, for example, from the transient guest tax generated by Hotel Topeka currently goes into this pot that has benefited things like the Combat Air Museum, like Sunflower Soccer. This would in effect shrink that pot, would it not? And so how is this not using tax dollars?
No, number one, it's if you look at the LOI or the letter of intent, it's talking about taking the increment of the additional value that this potential deal could bring in. So it's not really taking from the existing pot, it's any increment that is captured with these additional improvements, the additional traffic that comes through the hotel. So it's not going to take away from any existing transient guest taxes. It'll be from any increment that we get of assessed value from the improvements that are made at the hotel. So it'll basically be new money and not anything that's currently allocated right now.
Like the 30% current occupancy rate transient guest tax would continue to go into the pot if they improve the occupancy rate. That amount would go to repay?
Yeah. So essentially what we would look to do is we would probably look at the historical collections of that. And anything above that, let's just say it's 30%. If it's 31% that we know will be coming in, we'll capture that additional 1%. And that's just a scenario.
Why do you feel this is a good idea for taxpayers?
So number one, it actually takes the cost off of our taxes, our traditional taxes. And so I know that we say transient guest tax, but it's not anything that it's not anybody who's not using the hotel wouldn't be paying. So basically, anybody who's staying at the hotel, anybody who has a conference or something at the hotel, those are the persons who are going to be paying for this, not our normal tax, like our citizens.
And the community improvement district, will it be just the hotel itself, or will it encompass all the sales and things at the entire Stormont Event Center complex?
We're looking at a comprehensive campus CID, so that we can capture that for the Stormont Bell, for the Manor, for the hotel, basically a campus, and looking at a partnership with the county to do that.
So, and speaking of the county, this does hinge on the county approving the multi-million-dollar improvements to Manor Conference Center. To what extent did you talk to the county about that? Because when we reached out to 2 of the 3 commissioners last night, they said they hadn't seen the letter of intent. Yeah,
so the letter of intent they may not have seen, but we've definitely had discussions as far as this campus approach to the CID. We've also, as we have been vetting the offers, we have been keeping them in the loop and making sure that they have been having conversations with the folks who submitted these proposals as well.
All right, and so is there a backup plan? If the county doesn't do what the letter says, is there a backup plan for what happens from here?
So, I mean, what the council authorized, or what the TDC authorized yesterday, was for us to actually enter into this letter of intent, and so it's really negotiations at this point. We have the next, we'll probably take the next 30 days or so, with the understanding that we'd go back to the TDC and the City Council probably on August 12th to discuss where we are at with the negotiations.
One other thing in the letter, it talks about Agriculture Hall actually coming under the hotel management and actually no longer being a public event space, but a health center and spa for the hotel. Is that a set in stone deal that you definitely want to see happen?
So what I do appreciate about this offer is that the group does have a vision for the entire campus, and so that is definitely one of the things that we've appreciated about this offer, and that we do see as a real gem for the city. Again, we're really just at the points where we can begin the negotiations now.
Real quick, I want to ask you about something more fun. The city started a Yard of the Month.
Yeah.
You're going to name the first one tomorrow.
That's
There's
correct.
a news conference set. Why did you decide to do this, and how fun is it?
So I think historically what we've done is, and this came out of our Change Our Culture of Property Maintenance program, and a lot of times what we as a city have to do is enforce some of our co-compliance issues, like weeds and tall grass and things like that. And so instead of just taking that approach, what we wanted to do is actually highlight a lot of the good maintenance and a lot of the good neighbors that we have within Topeka. And so this is just an opportunity for us to highlight some of those yards that are just pristine. And so so it's actually been fun. We've had some guest judges from across the city. We had submissions from across the city. So there's a lot of greatness when it comes to actually the pride, I guess, in people's yards.
Fun idea. I'll put a link to nominate a yard maybe you think is worthy on WIBW.com. Dr. Perez, appreciate you being here. Thanks.
You. Appreciate it.
We're going to find out how Medicare and Social Security